Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. It's currently right around 8 a.m. for me, and looks like new information has dropped regarding the Extreme Z Awakening for the Prime Battle LR Frieza, as well as the upcoming 2020 Halloween units. So let's run through it one by one. We'll go ahead and start off with the Frieza campaign. So, of course, we already knew that the EZA was happening for this unit, and of course, with that, there's always this typical EZA campaign event type deal. Looks like it's starting on 11/5, and basically that's when the EZA will actually be available. So right now it's kind of the precursor to the EZA itself, so getting the unit to 100% potential, whatnot. It's pretty much a campaign going on right now, and in terms of the ability to get Frieza Extreme Z Awakened, you're gonna have to have certain units included, and they have the list of units here, and they actually have a picture as well. But the criteria to get Frieza to EZA is basically you do have to have the potential system to 100%, and then obviously you need all the steps necessary to get through the individual medals. Now you can see 6 units here, and these are the units you'll need for the Extreme Z Awakening, or Extreme Z area, or whatever the right terminology is for that. But a lot of these units you should already have, and these guys will also get an Extreme Z Awakening. For those confused, this is the agility grade 8 Bardock that you can get from the story event. This guy will also get an EZA, as well as the Baba Shop Krillin. That's the strength type. You can get the medals in events, and then also with the Baba Shop has the additional medals you need for the EZA for that unit. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now this is the information regarding grade 8 Bardock. So again, on the story event, you can actually get this guy's medals to get him to level 120, as well as the card itself. And then basically it's going to have an Extreme Z area for this guy where you can get this guy to level 140. So that'll be an Extreme Z area for that unit. And then for the Baba Shop Krillin, of course you can get copies of it with the exchange of incredible gems. I forgot what the exchange rate was, probably like 300 or something like that. And then based on the story event, you can get the Dokkan Awakening medals, and then once you go to the Baba Shop, you'll have the medals to get this guy to Extreme Z Awakening. So that's the structure in terms of how to get that available. It looks like for the Dokkan medals, Dokkan Awakening medals, as well as the Extreme Z Awakening medals, that'll be available October 26th, so that's coming up in a few days. Again, these two guys are also getting an EZA. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this guy, the Bardock unit. It seems like it's got potential to be a pretty solid unit with the EZA, so I'm looking forward to that. This guy should be pretty good too because of the damage mitigation. I believe he's got a built-in skill set to reduce damage received. I think if I remember correctly, so that'll be what's up. Of course, Kaioken Goku, Kid Gohan, the Piccolo unit. These are all through story events you can get, and also they all do have the EZA as well. If you don't have it, the events should be available leading into the Frieza campaign, so that'll be a good opportunity to get them done if you haven't done so already. And of course, we already had the EZA for the Goku unit. I think in terms of like the event itself, that's pretty much it. For those thinking about farming, ACT is half, so that'll save you a lot of stamina in terms of having to run through the event and whatnot. Again, this is the Extreme Z area that'll be coming up for the Bardock unit, and then these are all the individual Extreme Z areas for the other guys. So if you haven't done it, get it done. That's what I would recommend. And then of course, Krillin's a little bit of a special case where you have to go through the Baba Shop and whatnot. So with the link level grind, we all should have a decent amount of incredible gems at this point. So I think it'll definitely be not too much of a burden to, I guess, at least get a couple of copies of that unit. In terms of the next information, it is the Halloween 2020 card unit. It looks like it's the Grandpa Gohan and GT Pan unit. In terms of the typing, it looks to be a strength type, and then for the leader skill, it's a Kamehameha category key +2 HP attack and defense increase of 30%, and it'll obviously Dokkan Awaken into max level 120. Obviously because the leader skill is a Kamehameha category, these units will fall into that category most likely, in addition to some of the other ones. I'm not sure entirely what the category listings would be for that, but this will be the Halloween event. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of overall unit this ends up being, but I love seeing Grandpa Gohan available whenever they get a chance to introduce it. So it's kind of nice to have one of those unique set of cards, honestly, and I don't know, like I was hoping that an EZA would happen for like the Gotenks and Ghost and stuff like that, but it might come up. We'll have to see, but that's kind of stuff we'll find out later in the fact. So again, all these areas are available. Extreme Z areas and story events are available for all the units you will need for the Frieza EZA campaign, and that's pretty much what you need to go through. But again, we already know what the set of units are, so the official Extreme Z area for Frieza is not going to be available till November 5th. So this is definitely a good time to spend the next few days on making sure you have the units available in order to tackle the events. Like I assume a lot of you guys already have this available. I think the ones that you probably need to work on are Bardock and Krillin, and that's pretty much it. But we already know how to get those EZAs done. Basically, you just go through the story events, get the medals to get this guy to 120, as well as picking up the cards for that unit on the story event itself. This one you just have to go to the Baba shop, make sure you get that, and then with the story event, basically the what was it, like the Saiyan, what's the right word for this? It's like the Saiyan infiltration, or Saiyan, damn it, it's too early in the morning for me to remember what to say. Basically, it's a story event where the Saiyans are like approaching, basically, right? And that's basically the event where you'll get the medals, and then the EZA medals themselves will be from the Baba shop. So that's pretty much the format with that. And I don't think there's any other information that we're missing here necessarily. Obviously, once you get it done, you'll get plenty of rewards for it and whatnot. So that's pretty much the way to look at it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of final product this Frieza is going to end up having. I did hear somewhere about the update to the animation. I saw this on Twitter, but let me check on here if we actually have information confirming that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really see info about the essay itself being updated. Thought I saw that somewhere, but yeah, it's not 100% confirmed. Maybe I just missed it somewhere. That'd be cool if it was. I mean, that would be really, really awesome, because I think updated animation was definitely needed for this guy. I don't really see anything regarding that unit just yet, so if it does, it's great, but I can't confirm it one way or the other right now, so we'll just leave it at that. I think outside of that, really there's not a whole lot going on. Like, of course, this is for the LR Zamasu unit, Zero Humans or Zero Mortals plan. This is for the Kaioken Goku, obviously, and you have the Lord Slug as well, the tech type that also did get an EZA. This is basically where to go for that. Again, it's pretty much giving you like a way to goes about in terms of how to get the units that you'll need for the Extreme Z area for LR Prime Battle Frieza. So it's I don't think it should be that much work. Like, a lot of these units you should already have available, hopefully, like you went through the grind for it. If not, there's enough incentive to do so right now. So I think it's definitely worthwhile to just go through it and make sure you have all the units you need in terms of like the events and whatnot. So a lot of these guys are like very, very good on their own too, like the Frieza and Cooler unit on itself. You know, obviously these guys aren't required necessarily, but these guys are tremendous in terms of like the, you know, specific type of events. This guy's an absolute monster when it comes to the legendary Goku event, and this guy does have beneficial value facing Goku's family enemies as well. So there's a lot of good units on here that it's worthwhile to go ahead and go through the grind, even if it's not necessarily required for the campaign itself. So if you haven't done it, highly suggest you go through it. You know, it's better to have more options than none. So that's the way I look at it. As soon as more info comes out regarding specific as to, you know, the campaign and whatnot, I'll definitely cover it, you know, in terms of like the card skill sets for the Halloween units as well and stuff like that. So I think it's more or less preliminary information that, you know, they're just kind of giving us as appetizers, so to speak. So hopefully you found it helpful, have something to look forward to coming up. And of course, you know, after this stuff, we'll have the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta campaign, or not campaign, but Dokkan Fest coming up. And then later in the month, Dragon Ball Heroes collab should most likely come up. It's like end of November every year type deal anyway. So we'll look forward to more content coming up, and stay tuned for that, I guess. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.